Alright, so there's a trend that's been going on recently, and it's making tier lists of random things, whether it's video games, movies, sports, you name it, they're probably making tier lists on it and making videos out of it. So I figured, since I'm a huge Nintendo fan, and especially because I love Mario Party, because I've played all of these to a big extent, I figured why not jump in on this and give my tier list for all of the Mario parties. The only one that won't be included is the e-reader Mario Party. I've never played that one, so I can't rank it. I know it's a really old one that I think came out for the Game Boy Advance. I'm not too sure on that. But besides that, I'm going to be ranking all of the other Mario parties, console and handheld. And my name, if you were wondering, is ConnorCondria. This is my channel, and if you guys do happen to enjoy this video, consider checking out some other videos on my channel. And if you do happen to enjoy those as well, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bells, because I have some big stuff planned for the next month. And also, if you agree with my list, if you don't agree with my list, if there's anything you would change, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to get in a discussion with you guys and see where your guys' heads are at. But with that being said, let's rank some Mario parties. First off, we have the original Mario Party for the Nintendo 64. Now, I know this one comes with a stigma where people don't like it because of the couple minigames that you have to rotate the control stick with. And that's never really deterred me from it, because there are, well, not are, but there is a way where you can rotate the control stick on your hand and not hurt your hand. I know, or not I know, but I've pretty much seen that nobody has ever talked about it. So I'm sure when I go over my Mario Party 1 review, because I think I'll probably do reviews on most of these games, or go over like the mini games and stuff, like I did with Super Mario Party recently. So there's a way you can do it, and I'll probably show it when I do Mario Party 1's mini games. So if you want to see that, just let me know. And it has 8 boards. Not all of them are amazing. It has the original 6 characters of Mario Party in Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and Wario. But it's mainly lackluster. There is one thing that I really liked about this one, where if you won a 2v2 or a 1v3 minigame, you would steal the coins from the other players rather than just being awarded it. I really like that because it would be a lot more competitive that way. You would be fighting for your money rather than just going out and trying to get money that's being given to you. And I really like that aspect. But with all that being said, and all the flaws, there's not much to it. I'm going to take the original and put it at a C. But now moving on to Mario Party 2, this has improved on Mario Party so much compared to the original. It still only has the 6 characters, it drops the board count down to 6, but my god, are these boards so much more memorable, and are the minigames so much better. While a good majority of the minigames are repurposed from the original, they brought in a lot of new and really good minigames, and it's just really good. You got new items, and I just love this one. It's not good enough to be S tier, but Mario Party 2 is definitely A tier. Moving on to Mario Party 3, I really enjoy this one as well, because it does keep the 6 boards, but it also adds a duel mode where you can play on a bunch of other different maps, and you can duel it out with another person or a computer, and it has a whole different set of rules where you're like trying to fight people with like your enemies that you have behind or in front of you, and you go around this big board. I just really like that aspect. Going to the boards, I really like a good majority of the boards. Then going on to the minigames, I love Mario Party 3's minigames. And it's just really, everything about it I really like. The new, I can't think. There's a couple new items that are really good. The minigames are amazing. There's a couple new like things inside of the boards themselves, like the Shy Guy stuff. The bonus or The special items, those are really cool. I really like the Shy Guy thing because it forces you to gamble, and I love that. But overall, Mario Party 3, it's definitely an A tier. But my concern was thinking about, is it better than Mario Party 2 or just below it? And for me, this may not be for a lot of other people, but for me, it's above Mario Party 2. It's not that S tier, but it's close. Moving on to Mario Party 4, and just to include something that I did not include with Mario Party 3, both of these went up to 8 characters, including Waluigi and Daisy. And I really like those additions because it was very early on, and I really like them. But moving on to Mario Party 4, the boards are pretty good for the most part. The mini games are fantastic. Then you have a story mode, and the story mode is a whole lot better than Mario Party 3's. I didn't get into that, but because I just don't care too much for the story mode in Mario Party 3. But Mario Party 4's story mode is really good because it includes extra mini games that you have to beat after you do each board, and those mini games are fantastic. Like some of my favorite mini games to do. And after you defeat the final level, the final Bowser world, you get to do this really, really cool final battle thing where it makes you go through like this cube-shaped thing, and on each side is a different mode or mini game, I should say. And the final battle is really nice, really interesting. It's a little easy, but I really like it. It has some extra modes that I really enjoy if you're just looking for something to do in your spare time and you don't want to go through a full board, but you want something more than just like the mini games. The extra mode has you covered there. It has a whole bunch of different little modes. So I have to, because it is one of my favorite Mario parties. I have to put it up in S tier. Moving on to Mario Party 5, this is where I think they started to dwindle a little bit in their creativity for some parts, because the boards, I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 of the 7 that I actually care about. The rest of them are pretty meh, but the mini games, they're okay for the most part. I don't like how the dual mini games are basically just luck, timing, mashing, and they're like all in the same setting. That just seems like they were losing creativity. They were trying to rush out Mario parties faster and faster and faster, and this is where it shows. I will give it points, however, for including 2 extra modes that I kind of like a lot. One of them is the one where you create all these different kind of battle cars, and you go through this tournament to, you go through this tournament with the cars to try to win. I can't remember the name of it. Let me see if I can, oh shit. You didn't see that. Oops. Alright, let me see if I can find it here. I have it on a separate screen. Where is it? It's called Super Duel Mode, that's what it's called. Yeah, you build like all these different cars, and you get to battle, you can capture flags. It's just really, really different from Mario Party, and I really like it. The other mode is the Card Party, I want to say it is. I think? Where is it here? Maybe I passed it. I think I passed it. Alright, let me go back up on this other screen. Yeah, Card Party. That's what it's called. Basically, you go around this gigantic cardboard. It's not cardboard, but it's cardboard. And you collect stars, you collect all these different things. You can collect power-ups, and it's just really, really interesting because it's not your typical Mario Party mode. Excuse me. But it's really, really fun, and it's really relaxing, and it's just a nice time consumer if you don't have anything to do and you just want a relaxing game, Mario Party. So when coming to the rating, it's definitely better than Mario Party 1. I don't see myself putting it in B tier, however, so I'm going to put it in C tier, just above Mario Party. Now we get, alright, I'm just going to say it right now. This one, Mario Party 6, my favorite ever. I love all the mini games. I love almost all of the boards except for maybe one exception. It's just all around the best Mario Party. The only thing that I personally don't like about it is the items. Now, going from 5 to 7, I don't really care for how the items are used in there. I prefer how it's done in Mario Party 2 and 3. But I just love this game so much. It's got a ton of extra modes. Well, not a ton, but it's got a decent amount of extra modes that you can use with the mic. It's got the story mode. It's got a lot of good like minigame modes, and it's just overall amazing. Now, let's go over some of those boards, like Fair Square. I love that board. Clockwork Castle is probably the most interesting board I've ever seen. How you have to chase after Donkey Kong and run away from Bowser to collect and not get your star stolen. It's just, I don't know what to say because I love everything about it. So I guess we're just going to go on to the next one because there's nothing more I can say without just gushing over this. The day and night cycle. I can't forget about that. The day and night cycle. That is absolutely amazing how they did that. In the day, everything could look one way, but in the night, everything changes. And especially like in Fair Square where you can change the price of the stars, that I love it. So, now that I'm done gushing over Mario Party 6, let's move on to Mario Party Advanced. What to say about Mario Party Advanced? It's okay for the first handheld Mario Party. Now, this Mario Party is a whole lot different than other Mario Parties because it's a solo game where you have to go around this gigantic board and complete all these different tasks and play these different mini games, and it's just one big adventure. The main problem with it is, if I remember correctly, you cannot save in the middle of something. I could be wrong. And if you game over, you have to start from the beginning. But it's just not your normal Mario Party, and you only get to play with Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi. So without much more to say, I gotta put it in D tier. It's not quite F tier because I do find myself enjoying it from time to time, but it's not better than the original Mario Party. Now moving on to Mario Party 7. This one's actually pretty good. It's got some good boards, it's got some pretty good mini games, and it's got a couple extra modes that I really enjoy. Its story mode is probably my favorite or my second favorite, coming back to Mario Party 4. But yeah, I like how it does the story mode. I like the boards for the most part, and the mini games are pretty good. Something that they included in Mario Party 7 was 8 players, and I really find that interesting and really cool. The only problem is I haven't found 8 people to play Mario Party with, so here's to hoping that can happen in the future. But it's just it's a pretty good game overall. The story's good, the boards are good, the mini games are good. I just trying to think about what else to talk about. The characters in it are pretty good as well. I don't remember how many it has. I think it has like maybe 12 if I'm thinking correctly off the top of my head. But it's just a pretty good game. It's not on the level of Mario Parties 2 and 3, but it's definitely better than Mario Party 5, so this one is going into the B tier. Moving on to Mario Party 8, it's the first Mario Party game on the Wii, and it does motion controls pretty well, because that's the main shtick of Mario Party 8, because it was the first one on the Wii. The one thing that I really didn't care too much for with Mario Party 8 was the fact that everything, like the main modes, going into all these different things, that was 16:9. But the mini games and the boards itself, like all the main modes that you want to play, were only in 4:3. Now, I don't know if this was due to time constraint, I don't know if this was just a choice on the team's part or whatever it was, but that is not that great. When it's the Wii, it should be able to handle 16:9, and it kind of didn't sit well with me for all these years. But moving on from that, the boards are pretty decent. I want to say they're not amazing, but they're decent. The mini games are okay. Something that I wasn't the happiest with was the fact that not most, but a good amount of the dual mini games were just 4-player mini games, but you're just playing with 2 people instead of 4. But overall, all the different mini games were okay. I don't know how I felt about most of them being either motion control. I'm okay with the pointing ones because, yeah, you gotta do that with the Wii. You gotta make use of all the different things. But a good amount of them were motion control. I wish a couple more were just normal mini games where you just use the buttons and sticks and stuff like that. But with that said, everything considered, I gotta put it in C tier, just above Mario Party 5, because it's definitely better than Mario Party 5, but I don't enjoy it as much as I do something like Mario Party 7. For Mario Party DS, I've actually kind of enjoyed this a lot more than I expected to, mainly because it was a handheld Mario Party, and sorry if my voice keeps cracking. I guess I'm going through puberty again. But, the minigames were pretty good. I like how they incorporated everything right and without doing too much. Like, of course you have the minigames where you have to tap with your stylus on the screen, and you have a couple of minigames where you have to blow into the mic, and there might be a couple where you have to twist your DS or whatever, if they had motion controls. I can't remember if it did or stuff like that. But they weren't oversaturated. Like, there were a lot of mini games that were normal mini games where you just use the buttons, the control stick, or the D-pad, I guess, because this is the original DS. But the other ones where it was a lot more gimmicky weren't tried to put in there as much as, say, Mario Party 8. The boards were okay for the most part. The story mode, I don't remember if I talked about the story mode, but the story mode was okay as well. But I always have a soft spot for this game because I've always played it back when I was younger, and it's just something that I enjoyed playing with my family because it was one of the ones that my family really enjoyed. So I guess going with some sentimental value and just how I have enjoyed the game, I'm gonna put it in B tier under Mario Party 7. Now, we're gonna go into what I like to call, how do I put it? F tier. Mario Party 9. Where do I start? Apart from a couple minigames, most of Mario Party 9's minigames just don't hold any kind of value in my eyes. It's just so bad. And for them to add the cart, it's Mario Party. The whole point of Mario Party is to battle it out with your friends or the computers and show them who is number one by competing, getting to the stars first, getting all the coins, stealing coins from Boo, with Boo, stealing coins, stealing stars, stabbing people in the back, that kind of stuff. That's what makes Mario Party fun. Traveling around in a car, having no control where you're going except for your turn, and competing in boss battles that take a big fat 1 minute to complete, and if you're not the one that decides to do it perfectly, you won't get as many points. It's just not fun. Like, I've tried to defend it in my own mind or in my own thoughts. I tried to be like, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. But it's not good. I just don't know what else to say. It's just bad. So I guess we're just gonna move on. Mario Party Island Tour. It was the first one on the 3DS. It tried to take a Wii Party concept and make different modes rather than it just being like boards that you do for Mario Party. It tried to do different things, like you have to reach the end of the map by doing A or B, or you can try to use these cards to get to the end of the map, and you can only get so many cards by stealing them from somebody else. That mode is probably my favorite out of the whole bunch. The mini games are okay. They're pretty decent from what I remember. But it's just overall an okay game. It's not the best. It's not better than the original. Like the original is a lot better than this because it's Mario Party. Anything that's not Mario Party is probably getting below C. But it's definitely better than Mario Party Advance. So if I can just, there we go. It's definitely a high D tier. Better than Mario Party Advance. That's like low D tier. But yeah, it is what it is. Then we come to my favorite segment of this whole video, back to the F tier. However, this one, Mario Party 10, is better than Mario Party 9 solely for the fact that it included Bowser mode. If it did not have Bowser mode or the Amiibo mode, I will say the Amiibo mode kind of tries to bring you back to the original Mario Party-esque boards and stuff like that. However, it's just a straight line, it's just a square, and you don't really get decisions on which way to go or anything like that, but it tries. The mini games are better. The boards, while there are, I think, there's a couple less than 9, the boards are better. I enjoy the boards a lot more in Mario Party 10. The Bowser mode, as I said, that's a good mode. If that mode were in any other Mario Party, it would probably bump them up by a whole level. That's how much I like that mode. But the main mode, of course, is just bad. Nobody cares about moving in a car to go to one destination when you're not in control of how you move. So it is unfortunately an F tier. If it didn't have that mode, it would probably be right here. But that mode just drags it back down to F. Moving on, we have Mario Party Star Rush. Now, I actually enjoy this game. My family, not as much. They weren't willing to give it much of a shot. Little story. My family decided to play this game with me. We played 1 or 2 of the tutorial modes, or tutorial maps, I should say. And then everybody just gave up on it. I went on afterwards to play through most of, or if not all of the maps, I can't remember. It's been a few years. But yeah, I went through and played through like all the maps, and it's so interesting how it goes about it. Where, yeah, you do get to have to face bosses and stuff like that, and the bosses can get a little repetitive, but you're moving around the board by yourself. You're not forced to sit there and coerce with everybody else trying to find your destination at one point. And it also introduced character-specific dice blocks, and I don't mind that. I think that's actually a pretty interesting thing to go about this. And you can also have like the characters, especially in the main mode, you can have characters following behind you, and it's just a really interesting concept because they can add numbers to your dice roll so you can move further. But it's just so much better. But it also includes a Mario Party-esque map or 2. I don't know if there's multiple maps. I think there's 2 or 3. I might be wrong. But they're Mario Party-esque maps where you have to run around, collect coins, play in minigames, collect stars, and you get a little bit of a decision on which way to go rather than Mario Party 10's mess up of it. I don't want to say fuck, but it's a fuck up of it. And the minigames are pretty good. They have like a couple extra modes that you can play, like you have to collect a ton of coins, and the only way to move around the map is to collect said coins, and whoever collects the most is the winner. And I just really enjoyed that one too. But yeah, it's a lot more fun, in my opinion, than people may give it credit for. Is it on the level of 2 and 3? No. Is it on the level of 7 and DS? Maybe. I'm just trying to think. Is it better than Mario Party 8? I think, in my opinion, I have more fun with this than Mario Party 8. And I honestly think it's almost on the same level as DS, so I have to put it in B tier. People don't give it the credit that it is due, at least that I have seen. And I just want to put it out there that I think this Mario Party is a lot better than most people think. Now we're going to move on to Mario Party the Top 100. This game, I love it, but I hate it so much. There was so much potential for this game. And if you stick around for my channel, within the next month, I have a video going up about this where I'm going to make the Mario Party Top 100 2. And I'm going to make this game so much better that I have so many good ideas for what this game could entail. And all I have to do right now is record the rest of the stuff. I got most of it recorded. So I just have to get the rest of it recorded and then edit it all together, and then I'll get it out as fast as I possibly can. But it's just, there's so many missed opportunities. A lot, well not a lot, but a good amount of the minigames just don't belong to be there. They're not good. I don't know who at Nintendo decided to put some of these minigames in there, but it's just, no, you shouldn't have. And the fact that there's only one plain board. If you're playing Mario Party, you want to play on boards. Whoever thought that putting one board into this game was a good idea should probably be fired. That's how flushed up I am. I can't talk. They should be fired. Mario Party is about playing on the boards. Even Mario Party 9 and 10 have more than one fucking board. And the story mode, if you want to call it a story mode, is just walking around playing the mini games. If you get in third place, you win the mini game. All you have to do is not be last. How stupid is that? That's not Mario Party. You want to win the fucking mini games. You don't want to sit there and just not play. You can just sit there and not play for most of it, and you'll still be able to win because, oh, I made it to third place. And the only way to unlock those minigames, there's like half of the minigames are unlocked, half of them aren't. The only way to unlock them is to go through that story mode, which is stupid. Either have them all unlocked from the start, or have them locked and you can do it through the story mode, or you can just play the goddamn board and just go from there. I don't know where I'm putting it though, because it has good aspects, but it's so overshadowed by the bad aspects. I want to put it so badly in F tier just because of how upset it made me when I first played it. But it's better than... Is it better than... I don't know. I may get some hate for this, but just how I feel. It's the worst Mario Party game. It has no value. Yeah, you can play all of these mini games in not HD, but 480p. Wow. But you can play these games in updated graphics, but there's nothing else to it. It's just a glorified mini game. It's just glorified mini games. That's all it is. There's no boards to go along with it except for one that's bland and boring. And the story mode is just blah itself, and there's no extra modes to keep you wanting to come back. It's just, I hate it so much. As much as I love looking at these mini games, all looking better and stuff like that, I hate it. I just hate it. But finally, we're gonna go on a little bit of a better note with Super Mario Party. Now, while it's a little upsetting that you can only use the Joy-Cons for controllers rather than using the Pro Controller, or being able to hold it in handheld mode with using both of the Joy-Cons, or anything else like that, I don't mind it as much because the mini-games that you use specifically with the Joy-Cons, like trying to like shake it, where it has like all these different like little control mini games, like sizzling steaks. That's like one of my favorite ones. If you want to check out that video, that'll be in the card. But the boards, while there's only 4, I really enjoy most of them. The mini games themselves, for the most part, are pretty good. There's a couple bad ones that just shouldn't be there. I understand they have to make all these different mini games, but there's a couple of them that are really bad or really short and boring. But it has the extra modes like Partner Party. It has the River Rapids. It has the Toad's Rec Room, which you can play with 2 switches. There's not many things on there, but it's really interesting. It's just, there's a lot more content than it's showing. It also has that rhythm thing that it has. I really like the rhythm one. It makes me think of Rhythm Heaven. I've never played a Rhythm Heaven game. I really want to play a Rhythm Heaven game because I really love rhythm stuff. So being able to do that in a Mario Party game where I'm pretty sure almost none of these have any kind of rhythm stuff. So I really like that, and the boards are good. The mini games are good. The extra modes are good. Super Mario Party, in my opinion, is definitely B tier. I want to say it's better than Mario Party 7. As much as I love Mario Party 7, it's better than it. It isn't quite that A tier because of the shortage of boards. A couple of mini games are bad. It's just some of the things aren't as good, but mostly it is really good. If it just had a couple more boards or a couple more better mini games, or maybe even like one more mode, that would bump it up to A tier for me. But as it stands now, unless it gets DLC, it's staying at B. So that's me ranking all of the Mario parties from 1 to Super Mario Party, from advanced to the top 100. If you enjoyed this video, as I said in the beginning of the video, comment down below if you agree with my opinions. If you don't agree with them, that's fine. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, subscribing, or if you don't know yet if you're really into this stuff and you want to check out more, I have a couple more videos on my channel. You can just go check it out. I'm a guy who makes content with my friends. Right now, we're only playing a couple different games like Call of Duty. We played Rainbow Six Siege like once, maybe twice. But in the future, hopefully when we're all able to get together, we could play a whole lot more different games. The only problem with that is, as we stand right now, not all of us have all of the different systems, so we can only play what everyone has. That's the main issue. But yeah, I have a good amount of videos coming out. Let's see. Within the next month, I'm shooting to have, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere between 5 and 6 different bigger videos rather than just gameplays on my channel. Of course, I'll have the gameplay videos, but I want to branch out just a little bit to not just be constricted to the gameplay videos. I want to make my own stuff, put it out there just like this. But yeah, it just, whether you like this or dislike this, it doesn't matter. It's letting me know if you guys are enjoying this or not. It's letting me know if my opinions are good or bad. Probably some of these are bad in some people's eyes. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, of course, just give me a little support. And with that being said, hopefully, I'll see most of you in the next one.